Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE SmackDown this week is set to emanate from the Unipol Arena in Bologna, Italy, and some massive matches and segments have been announced for the show. Among the card announced, the monster of all monsters Braun Strowman is set to clash with the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu once again. Last week's episode of the Blue Brand featured Fatu unleashing an assault on the former Universal Champion, leaving him all bruised up in the Timekeeper's area after ending up with a tag team loss. This then led to a match between both men being announced, with their grueling rivalry continuing to make headlines around the world. Strowman and Fatu have locked horns in the past as well. Both men met each other in the ring at Saturday night's main event before Royal Rumble, where the Samoan werewolf had his hand raised. Further, both men came face-to-face in the men's Royal Rumble match, where Strowman eliminated Fatu after a surprising appearance. This week's episode of SmackDown will be the next stop in their feud ahead of WrestleMania 41. With the grandest stage of them all on the horizon, numerous things could happen that could end up changing the landscape of the Blue Brand. Let's check out a few finishes for the upcoming match. The former tribal chief Solo Sikoa has been making mistake after mistake, and both Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga have been ending up on the losing end somehow due to this. Fatu lost his opportunity to punch his ticket to the men's elimination chamber because of that, and history might repeat itself on this week's Blue Brand episode as well. Solo Sikoa might accidentally end up costing Jacob Fatu another opportunity, which could lead to the Samoan werewolf losing his calm and unleashing an assault on Sikoa, to finally set up a match for WrestleMania 41. The feud between Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman doesn't need to end ahead of WrestleMania. Rather, with the grandest stage of them all on the horizon, WWE could give Fatu a controversial win on this week's episode of the Blue Brand and make one final match between both stars official for WrestleMania. Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa could together help Sikoa pick a victory against Strowman, which could end up with the faction unleashing an assault on the monster following the match. This could lead to Fatu vs Strowman being announced with a massive stipulation for the grandest stage of them all. Former AEW superstar Rusev has been rumored to make his WWE return for quite some time now. The former United States champion could make an appearance on this week's episode of SmackDown to come to the aid of Braun Strowman in a 3-on-1 assault. This could lead to a potential tag team match featuring Rusev and Strowman against Fatu and Sikoa, where WWE could make headlines around the world with a bloodline breakup. Fans will now have to wait and see what WWE has in store for the upcoming match on SmackDown. WWE SmackDown is gearing up for an absolute powerhouse collision. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. The Samoan wrecking machine and the monster among men are set to clash in a battle that promises to shake the foundations of the squared circle. With both men known for their raw power, unmatched intensity, and fearless fighting styles, this match is bound to deliver fireworks. But the biggest question remains, how will this war end? Here are 3 electrifying finishes that could cap off this monstrous encounter in a way that leaves the WWE Universe talking for weeks. WWE SmackDown is gearing up for an absolute powerhouse collision. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. The Samoan wrecking machine and the monster among men are set to clash in a battle that promises to shake the foundations of the squared circle. With both men known for their raw power, unmatched intensity, and fearless fighting styles, this match is bound to deliver fireworks, but the biggest question remains, how will this war end? Here are 3 electrifying finishes that could cap off this monstrous encounter in a way that leaves the WWE Universe talking for weeks. 1. The Bloodline's new weapon, Jacob Fatu's tribal ascendancy. With Roman Reigns' influence in the Bloodline slowly diminishing and Solo Sikoa stepping up as a leader, Jacob Fatu could make his SmackDown debut as the faction's new enforcer. Throughout the match, Strowman overpowers Fatu in the early going, using his brute strength to toss the Samoan powerhouse around like a ragdoll. The monster among men is in full control, dominating with shoulder tackles and massive slams. But then, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tanga Loa stormed the ring, causing chaos. The referee is momentarily distracted as the Bloodline launches a vicious attack. Fatu, recovering from Strowman's onslaught, capitalizes on the distraction and hits a devastating Samoan spike, a tribute to his cousin Umaga. As the referee regains focus, Fatu lands a terrifying top rope moonsault, his signature move that no heavyweight should be able to execute. The crowd erupts as he covers Strowman for the shocking 1-2-3. Aftermath. This finish firmly establishes Fatu as the Bloodline's new monster and a force to be reckoned with. Strowman, despite his loss, is left to regroup, potentially setting up a rematch or leading to a faction war between the Bloodline and another alliance. 2. Monster vs. Samoan Savage. Strowman's last ride? In this scenario, WWE presents Fatu as an unstoppable Samoan force, proving that he is one of the most dangerous men on SmackDown. From the opening bell, Fatu fights with pure aggression, taking Strowman to the limit. The two engage in an all-out brawl, with Fatu surprising Strowman with his incredible agility and devastating strikes. As the match reaches its climax, Strowman finally gains the upper hand. He catches Fatu mid-air and delivers his trademark running power slam. But incredibly, Fatu kicks out at 2.9. The crowd is in disbelief. Strowman, stunned, lifts Fatu up for a second running power slam, but Fatu counters mid-air, landing on his feet and headbutting Strowman so hard that the big man stumbles backward into the ropes. With the crowd buzzing, Fatu charges at full speed and hits a brutal pop-up Samoan drop, followed by a diving headbutt from the top rope. Strowman tries to get up, but Fatu levels him with a brutal Uranage slam, shaking the entire ring. 1, 2, 3. Jacob Fatu wins clean. Aftermath. With a massive victory over a former WWE Universal Champion, Jacob Fatu immediately becomes a SmackDown main event player. Meanwhile, Strowman is left questioning his dominance, possibly leading to a character shift where he has to rebuild his credibility. 3. Double destruction. No contest chaos. Some matches need definitive winners. Others, however, end in pure mayhem. With two destructive forces colliding, neither man may be willing to stay down for the 3 count. The match starts as expected. A high-impact, brawl-heavy affair with both men absorbing unreal levels of punishment. Strowman throws Fatu into the barricades, while Fatu delivers punishing chops that echo throughout the arena. The announce table is broken, the steel steps are used as weapons, and the crowd is fully invested in this demolition derby. As the match nears its peak, both men hit their finishers. Strowman connects with a massive running power slam, but Fatu kicks out. Seconds later, Fatu counters and delivers a devastating Samoan spike, followed by his picture-perfect moonsault. But Strowman also kicks out at 2.99. The disbelief from the WWE Universe is palpable. With frustration boiling over, the two take the fight outside the ring. Strowman power slams Fatu through the barricade, taking out security in the process. Still, neither man stays down. Fatu, barely able to stand, lifts Strowman and Samoan drops him through the announce table. The referee has seen enough. Dumbled CUNT out. Both men lay motionless as WWE officials rush in to check on them. The SmackDown audience erupts with chants of "Let them fight," making it clear that this war is far from over. Aftermath. This finish protects both superstars and sets up a highly anticipated rematch at a major pay-per-view, perhaps in a last man standing match or a no-holds-barred contest. WWE could even use this as a stepping stone for Jacob Fatu's rise, while keeping Strowman as an unstoppable force. Regardless of how WWE chooses to book Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman, this match has the potential to be one of the most hard-hitting, brutal, and unforgettable SmackDown clashes in recent memory. Whether Fatu emerges victorious as the next dominant force in WWE, Strowman reasserts his dominance, or the chaos leads to a no contest, one thing is certain: this match will be must-see television. Which of these finishes do you think would be the most exciting? Would you rather see Fatu's bloodline dominance, Strowman's monster redemption, or pure chaos leading to an explosive rematch? One thing's for sure: when these two behemoths collide, the WWE Universe is in for a treat.